beautiful friends watching the YouTubes. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. I'm so glad to have you here. I'm Carrie Blaze. This is my good time train, and it is pulling out of the station. Oh my god, this was almost a huge big fat fail. I really wanted to make like a chicken sandwich, like kind of like Popeyes or whatever. I burnt the first one. I had to throw it out. It was like burnt on the outside and not cooked on the inside. So hopefully this second one came out okay. A little shiny because I've been running around and cooking and cleaning the house and vacuuming. Ridiculous. And I have some cucumber and celery on the side with some blue cheese for dipping. And hopefully this sandwich isn't a huge fail. We'll bite into it and see what's going on. It looks good. I put Swiss cheese, pickles, my special sauce on it, and some mayonnaise, and just a little bit of lettuce. I think it's like as big as my head. Anyway, thanks y'all for joining me today. Hope y'all are doing awesome. And today is a real special one too, because I'm going to answer your questions that you wrote down in my community post. And thank you for your questions. They were very good questions. And you know I'm going to answer them as honestly as I do. All right, let's try this out. I'm scared, you guys. This might be a huge fail. But there it is. I mean, it looks good, right? All right, moment of truth. Jeez. I would say that's cooked. Oh my god, it's delicious. Okay, you know what? Letting the chicken breast sit in pickle brine for a couple hours is key. Wow. And we have vitamin water zero to drink. Excuse me. All right. One more bite of this mammoth. This is probably all going to fall apart too. Then we'll get into answering your questions. Oh my god. Okay, let's get into it. Kim Baz, hi Kim, asks, outside of theater and acting, what other jobs have you held? Or have I had any jobs outside of show business? I have. I've had a lot of different weird jobs to supplement income in between gigs. When I was really young, about 18, I worked at a dog grooming place for a while. When I lived in LA, when I first moved there, I did a lot of catering gigs for Hollywood premiere parties, which was kind of a nightmare, but I learned a lot at the same time about how wasteful Hollywood is. You wouldn't believe it. Well, I guess you would. But yeah, these premiere parties would last like 3 hours, and then they would like throw any leftover food away because it was a liability or something. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I've done catering. Never really did the restaurant thing because I'm such a spaz, you guys. Like, I can't do math. I can multitask, but it has to be the right situation. Like when I was a crew lead at that concert venue downtown, Los Angeles, I was multitasking all the time, like juggling 10 balls at once, but I couldn't work in a restaurant and I couldn't deal with people being rude to me and stuff. I can't. It was just, I couldn't do it. I tried, but that was awful. I'm trying to think. I really haven't had, outside of show business, many other jobs. I mean, if I wasn't acting, I was working in production, or I was lucky enough to have those skills to work in production. So yeah, I just did some catering and groomed some dogs. I did have my own business in Los Angeles, where I took care of older dogs with special needs. Like, I would babysit them or whatever. And that was fun. Yeah, and I've commissioned some of my art pieces. But yeah, as far as jobs, that's all I can think of. Kalish Eatin' Great. Hi, Kalish. Asks, what got you started doing mukbangs? Honestly, there's not a specific thing that I remember other than like I was just dicking around on YouTube one day and started coming across mukbang videos. And of course, I had no idea what it was. I had no clue. I sort of got hooked on it. Started binge watching videos. And I was like, I want to try that. That looks fun. I mean, I could do that, you know. And I just started doing them maybe 3 years ago. And just kind of stuck with it. I don't know. I really enjoyed doing it. But yeah, I just remember scrolling around YouTube and stumbling across some mukbang videos and being very intrigued by the idea of what this is. And really wanted to give it a try. And it's kind of stuck ever since. Okay, apologies if I mispronounce your name. Looks like a wonderful Greek name. Essie Paragoudi. I can't. I'm so sorry. Essie Paragoidakis. I'm so sorry. Wants to know my favorite. What's my favorite style of music or era? Hands down, reggae and ska. There's not one lyric or note of Bob Marley that I don't know. And I like all those reggae bands from the 80s, which most of you probably have never heard of. But Alpha Blondie was a great band. Big Youth, Muda Baruka. He's more like a poet, but and these guys are like old school Rastas. And there is a big Irish connection with Jamaica. And reggae too, if you read up on your history, it's pretty cool because Higgins is a musician too. And he's like, well, you know why you love reggae music so much is because you're Irish. It makes sense. Excuse me. Yeah, so reggae and ska. But reggae definitely gets me going. Triggers that sort of thing inside when you listen to your favorite music. Yellow Submarine asks all-time favorite play and movie. That's really tough because I can't narrow it down to just one. Like, Eugene O'Neill, I think, is my favorite playwright. My favorite play would probably be Moon for the Misbegotten by Eugene O'Neill. Anything Martin McDonagh has ever written. That's the playwright of the play I did on Broadway. I've done a few other of his things too. But yeah, Moon for the Misbegotten is probably my favorite play. Or Death of a Salesman. Yeah, and now I'm thinking about movies. Y'all, movies. Wizard of Oz is definitely one of my favorites. Just pure nostalgia. On the Waterfront. It's a wonderful Marlon Brando film. The old school Christmas Carol from the 50s with Alastair Sim playing Scrooge. The Big Lebowski. One of my all-time favorites. Big fan of the Coen brothers. And my favorite comedy is Step Brothers, hands down. And my cousins and I had a big argument over which was better, Talladega Nights or Step Brothers. And for me and Higgins, it's Step Brothers, hands down. What about you all? Are you team Talladega Nights or team Step Brothers? This is fun, you guys. I'm so happy I have a community fuck tab now. Okay, Mama D's World asks, how did you find Fran the Magnificent? How old was she when she joined your family? And how did the sacred red tray, come to be? I found Miss Princess Frances Tallulah the Magnificent through an online service that matches you up with the right people that have the dog. It's this elderly couple that had been breeding dachshunds in Oklahoma forever, and they were amazing, really stand up, good people. And Fran, at 8 weeks old, was shipped from Oklahoma to Los Angeles, and I literally picked her up at LAX Cargo in a little crate, and she weighed about 3 pounds, and she was terrified. So I've had her since she was a little baby. I've had her since she was 8 weeks old, and she's now 11. Yeah, she's been our little fur child since the beginning. It's so cute. Here, I'll insert a little picture of her the day I brought her home. I mean, can you stand it? She's like a living doll. Oh my God. So that's the whole sort of Fran story in a nutshell. And how did the sacred red tray come to be? Honestly, I was looking for something to do my mukbangs on, and I found this at the thrift store for like $2 or $3 and snatched it up, and I've been using it ever since, and it works pretty well. Y'all, this is totally falling apart. Oh, my breading is falling off. And this bite is like too salty. That first bite was good. No, I don't know how I feel about this sandwich. Oh my gosh. That end bit is so salty. I put too much salt in the flour batter or something. Y'all, this is a hot mess. Okay, I also apologize if I'm butchering your name. Jarenda Gardner, is that right? Asks, what's your favorite food? Do you have any children? Will you and Higgins pursue acting in Maine? My favorite food is anything seafood, honestly. I love Dungeness crab and lobster, mussels, clams, oysters. Love it, love it, love it, love it. It's like part of my life essence, and when I eat seafood, I actually feel like really good after I eat it. So anything seafood. Excuse me, the only thing I don't like is fried calamari. Go figure. Do I have any children? I do not. Was never part of my deal. I never felt that biological clock ticking, like I have to have a child now. I never really went through that. When I was 24, my bad news bear boyfriend at the time, we got pregnant and I had an abortion. And I'm going to tell you what, it's the most responsible decision I have ever made in my life. Because it was just a really bad situation. I think everybody dates a bad news bear once, to learn that lesson. But, yeah, it was tough. He was a drug addict and an alcoholic and, not good. So, yeah, there's that. I don't have any kids. I love kids. I'm like the token auntie for everybody's little ones, and I have a great time with them. Oh, and your third question, will Higgins and I pursue acting in Maine? I'm going to. I think he's done with acting. He's just kind of over it, I mean, we both got burnt out, but he's definitely more in his musician vibes now. So when COVID blows over, or, you know, once we get through this, whatever this is, I'll definitely, because I've worked at all the regional theaters in Maine, and I'd love to do some work in Boston, some theater in Boston, or even get back to my old stomping grounds in New York City. And, you know, I'd love to get back on stage there. So I will definitely pursue that when the time is right. I miss it. I miss being on stage. And last question from Chastity Smith. When and how did you and Higgins meet? The whole story is better than fiction and probably for another video, but in a nutshell, we had the leading roles in an American premiere of an Irish play called The Cavalcaders. And that was at a wonderful regional theater called Florida Stage in Manalapan, Florida. And I was living there at the time, and it was a torrid, passionate love affair, and everybody was like, oh my God, it's just a regional theater fling. Hearts are going to be broken. And here we are almost 18 years later. But yeah, we basically got cast in a play together and fell in love, and the rest is history. Oh, one of the pictures in the last video of all the showbiz stuff is of me and Higgins in that play. I'll insert it again right here. Now it's like, who are those people? Jesus, we're so young. And I think the year was January of 2003 that we got together. So yeah, that's how that went down. There's a whole lot more to that story. Let me know in the comments. You probably would want to hear it, but it's insane. It's better than fiction. You know, how all that played out in Florida. The bad news bear boyfriend was sort of on the tail end of that. Oh my God. I swear to God, my 20s were better than fiction. Anyway, y'all, thanks so much for the questions. This is so much fun. I hope you got to know me a little bit better. And, you know, if you have any other questions, ask away in the comments. I'm pretty much an open book. And I'm totally grossed out by this sandwich that I made. And that's okay. They can't all be winners. It's not all fairies and sunshine. Y'all, I don't know what I did. And now I'm like, is it cooked? Okay, this was a fail. This was just a big fat fail. Look, you guys, I tried. I put pickles and everything. I apologize. Let's just put this to rest. Oh, it's the Higgles. Do you want to come say hi to the nice people?
Hi.
One of the questions on the Q&A was when and how we met.
I don't remember. I was just a little boy.
I didn't go into the whole saga, but I just told them that we met.
Oh, you already answered it.
Yeah. I told them about how we had the leads in this play, and we fell madly in love. And we had such fun. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were good questions. My sandwich was a complete fail.
Was it?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I cooked it right, and then it was too salty.
Does it taste like poop?
It tastes kind of like poop.
Hmm.
Well, so we're just about to sign off here. He's the freaking best. Anyway, y'all, sorry about the big fail on the sandwich, but like I said, it happens sometimes. And thank you so much for all your questions. It was really fun, and I'd like to do it again sometime. Till next time, you know what to do. You keep snatching up those dreams and what's left of this trash heap of 2020. Much love to you all. Be safe, stay healthy, be kind, and I'll see you on my next video. Mwah.